Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, day and a half until the weekend. I guess depending on where you live. Here a little more than a day and a half. But anyway, hey, weekend's coming up, thank God. I don't know about you guys, this week has just dragged. Man, just the weekend just can't get here soon enough. All right, college baseball and softball review. Well, there's not much to review in softball because they didn't play this week. They start tomorrow night, or actually tomorrow afternoon, I believe, for their regionals. Got a few things to mention in baseball. One news item today. Only one news item, so there we go. Anyway, before we get started, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Let's get to your one news item that we've got today. Everybody pretty much, well, majority of the conferences want to go to the 2014 playoff. Looks like SEC's maybe the lone holdout saying, we don't need that many. And ESPN doesn't want it. I read something about if there's that many teams in a playoff, then other networks are going to get to grab those playoff games and show them on their network. Of course, ESPN doesn't want that because ESPN wants everything. I bet ESPN in their lobby got that statue that Scarface had in his movie, "The world is yours," Anyway, so yeah, those two don't want it. ESPN and the SEC looks like they don't want it. Don't know what's going to happen here. We'll see. Only time will tell what's going to happen with this 2014 playoff. I like it because there's what we said it was 130 or 140 FBS teams, and then we also went over last week, the week before, all the major professional sports. Over half the teams make it to the playoffs. Where here, FBS football, only not even a quarter make it to the playoffs out of all of those teams. So I'm for it. Yeah, you'll have some stinker games, but you do in every sport. FCS, their first couple rounds, you have a stinker game or two. But anyway, and ESPN, shut up, is not going to take away from the regular season. People love college football. It's exciting. People will tune in from your week 0 with those lame games because they love college football. So it's not going to take away. Yeah, you may have a 3-loss team get in there somewhere, but it's not going to take away from the regular season. So shut up about that. Nobody wants to hear your crap. All right, so Monday, baseball. Go over some upsets, top 25 big games. That's what we're doing here. Monday, 40-13, Cal Baptist beat 34-16 UC Santa Barbara, 8-3. Cal Baptist's Ross, 2-run home run, solo home run, and an RBI double. Hell of a game for him. 26-22, Bucknell beat 30-19 Navy, 6-4. Navy is 1-5 in their last 6 games. They've been having a hard time this last season, into the season. Like we said, softball, no games until this weekend, tomorrow. Tuesday, baseball, 40-13, Mercer beat number 3 Georgia Tech, 12-9. Mercer Stevens hit 2 3-run home runs, and Kamaka, 2-run triple. 41-11, Jacksonville State beat number 5 Auburn, 4-1. Jacksonville State's Thomas had an RBI single. Number 23, Boston College versus UMass Lowell. And number 22, Arizona State versus Grand Canyon. Both canceled, I'm guessing because of weather. A lot of games were canceled these last few days. I'm guessing because of weather. Let's see. 36-17, Wake Forest beat 36-17 Liberty, 7-5. Wake Forest's Wentz and Costello each hit solo home runs. 26-27, USC Upstate beat 30-23 Clemson, 6-3. USC Upstate's Higgany, RBI double. 28-24, Florida Atlantic beat 33-18 Florida Gulf Coast, 9-3. Florida Atlantic's Romario and Ward each hit 2-run singles. 35-17, UTSA beat 31-22 Texas State, 19-4. Texas State 4 errors in that game. That's not going to help you win a game. 23-29, Houston beat their crosstown rival, 31-22 Rice, 14-3. Houston was up 9-0 in the first inning of this game. Cox, he hit 2-run singles for the Cougars. 25-22, Utah beat 30-22 Utah Tech, 16-9. Utah was up 10-0 by the top of the third inning in that game. 21 total hits for Utah in that one. 32-18 Northeastern beat 30-23 UConn, 10-6. UConn They said they'll top Texas State. They got themselves 5 errors. 38-12, Kent State beat 32-19, Michigan 5-3. Kent State's Rizenta and Kirikofe and Solitary. Is that how you say his name? Solitary? Let's try this again. Rienstraw, Kirikofe, and Solitaria. I think that's how you said his name. All 3 of them hit 2-run home runs for Kent State. 28-22, New Mexico beat their rival. 19-32, New Mexico State 12-6. New Mexico's Mancy, Gianni, and Diaz all hit RBI doubles for the Lobos. 19-29, Manhattan beat 25-19 Long Island, 11-1. Manhattan's Hanson, solo home run and a 2-run home run. 32-20, Illinois State beat 28-19 Eastern Illinois, 15-4. Illinois State Stolga, nice game for him. Grand slam and solo home run. And 27-26, Troy beat 29-23 UAB, 14-5. Troy's Meyer, 2-run double, 3-run home run, 2-run home run also. He had a hell of a game. And the Troy pitching group, 8 total strikeouts. And then last night he had an upset, 21-25 Mount St. Mary's beat 25-18 Niagara, 15-4. All right, weekend preview for baseball. So it looks like just about everybody is playing their series Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's it. Maybe a few games on Sunday, but no. Looks like no top 25. Top 25 looks like they're finishing their regular season on Saturday. So here you go. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Number 1 UCLA is taking on Washington. Number 2 UNC taking on their rival NC State. Number 3 Georgia Tech versus number 23 Boston College. That's probably going to be a pretty good one. Georgia Tech lost a couple of days ago, and Boston College, their game got canceled. Number 4 Georgia versus number 5 Auburn. Auburn coming off a loss. Number 6 Texas versus Missouri. Number 7 Oregon State versus Air Force. Number 8 Southern Miss versus Georgia Southern. Number 9 West Virginia taking on TCU. Number 10 Texas A&M versus number 13 Mississippi State. I'm going to that game on Saturday. Hopefully they can win. Number 11 Florida State taking on one of their rivals, Miami. Number 12 Arkansas taking on Kentucky. Number 14 Kansas taking on BYU. Another good one. Number 15 Ole Miss taking on number 18 Alabama. Another good one. Number 16 Oregon taking on number 17 USC. Number 19 Florida's taking on LSU. Number 20 Coastal Carolina. They are taking on Louisiana. Number 21 Oklahoma State taking on Arizona. Number 22 Arizona State taking on Houston. Number 24 Nebraska is taking on Minnesota. And number 25 Cincinnati versus Texas Tech. Softball regional start Friday. Got some interesting, kind of intriguing games here to start these things off. So the Athens regional, you got 42-17 UNC Greensboro taking on number 22 Clemson. The Baton Rouge, you got South Alabama versus number 15 Virginia Tech, and 34-23 Akron taking on number 17 LSU. College Station, number 23 Arizona State taking on 40-20 McNeese. Durham 37-17 Marshall versus number 20 Arizona. Eugene 40-14 St. Mary's versus number 18 Mississippi State, and 37-18 Idaho State versus number 10 Oregon. Fayetteville 36-18 Washington taking on 42-15 South Florida, and Gainesville 32-20 Florida A&M versus number 9 Florida. What else we got here? Knoxville 38-13 Virginia taking on 42-14 Indiana. Lincoln 52-8 Grand Canyon is taking on number 24 Louisville. Los Angeles 40-13 Cal State Fullerton versus number 25 South Carolina, and 43-17 Cal Baptist versus number 11 UCLA. Lubbock 37-19 Marist versus number 4 Texas Tech. Norman 35-19 Kansas taking on 34-20 Michigan. Stillwater number 19 Stanford versus 33-13 Princeton. And 36-21, Eastern Illinois is taking on number 14, Oklahoma State. Tallahassee, 36-20, Stetson taking on number 8, Florida State. And number 1, Central Florida taking on, or number 21, Central Florida, I'm sorry, number 21. Central Florida taking on 45-14, Jacksonville State. Tuscaloosa, 36-21, USC Upstate taking on number 3, Alabama. And 46-14, Southeast Louisiana taking on 40-11, Belmar. Regionals, looks like there could be some pretty good games in those regionals. That's it. Short and sweet, we're done. Helps when you only have one news item. We'll be back probably Monday, maybe Tuesday, to wrap up everything that happens in the last weekend of college baseball season and to go over the softball regionals. Like I said, day and a half and the weekend is here. Enjoy the weekend. Hope it's going to be great weather where you are. We're supposed to finally have some decent weekend here in Southeast Texas. Be safe. Have fun. We'll see you back Monday or Tuesday.